Good morning. I just want to give you guys some quick need to know. So, first, just want to foremost say none of this is normal. I know that online learning sucks, it is some trash. I also agree, and we're all going to get used to it. Um, what I really promise you that we're trying to make a horrible situation work. I know that you guys feel like you're under a lot of pressure, and trust me, like we are feeling that pressure as much as you are. One day I'll tell you the whole story, but we have to make this up as we go. So we just want to make a system that works, that allows you to earn your credit and graduate flexible. As long as you are like showing up and communicating with the teacher, you are going to be fine. Show up, communicate, and do the best that you can. That's all that we're asking for. Can you do those things? Show up, communicate, do the best that you can. Can you do those things? Then we are going to be fine in terms of school. Try to make it work. First, I want to thank everyone who has shared like positive messages, who like did their assignments on time. It is so helpful. And shout out to the people who helped me on senior skip day, like as we were trying to make something as very quickly. So we are learning as we go. There is no time for us to be able to sit down for a whole semester and say, okay, now we're going to figure out online learning. This is a temporary Band-Aid for a situation. Like we're not going to ever be online fully ever again. So we have to learn as we go, and we will get better with communication. I promise you will get better. This too will pass, and tough times are ahead. Some of us might even be impacted, and we are gonna be struggling through that together. So Wi-Fi, if you need a Wi-Fi hotspot, seniors are being prioritized. Here's the link. Just remember there's 10,000 available for 155,000 students. So if you already have Wi-Fi, please don't request a hotspot. I don't think you would do that. Transcripts will be picked up on Thursday, April 2nd from 9 to 1 at the side of the auditorium. You have to stay 6 feet apart. Please try to support the administrators. We're only allowed to have 10 staff members on campus at a time. So what happens, we have 2 or 1 teacher trying to manage 300 kids. So just be understanding. If you can't make it Thursday, reach out to your account. I'll try to update you with another solution. Meal distributions now are going to be on Thursdays only from 10 to 1, and that's because over the next 2 weeks, we are going to see an increase in Texas because the virus has been incubating, and then we're going to see a spike. It's called lag time. TEA just finally announced schools will be closed through May 4th. I knew this was coming, but it still sucks to see that. Use that information to inform your decisions, and just know that just keep checking in with your teachers every week and we'll be good. Attendance policy is simplified. So I need to explain something. They told us that we had to take attendance every day, every period when we first started. I knew that was crazy. And that's not Principal Smith. That's the Texas Education Agency saying that. And every day is changing because attendance in online school looks really weird. So just focus on continuing completing your assignments and communicating with your teachers. Check in with what system they have. And as we get used to the system, your workload will lighten. And if there's no work right there, just know that something will be added, but hopefully it is not overwhelming. I don't know. There's no way to make this situation not overwhelming. Like, it's going to be stressful, but as long as you communicate, that is the key in the system. I'm going to be honest. Everyone is super fragile right now. And I know you guys might be fragile, but there's no one as fragile as teachers. Like, I got a reprimand from an AP last week at 6 p.m. for not submitting my attendance in time because I couldn't remember which period you're supposed to submit. And I went off. I went off in email because I was just like, this is too much. I've been working 20-hour days, trying to make a system work that I know is not perfect for students. And it's just it's so much. I went off, and luckily that assistant principal was kind and took the time to reply and said, hey, you're okay. I know you didn't submit on time. I just for some reason I went off. And so I'll be honest, even with everyone being really encouraging, yesterday I had like just one like negative kind of comment from a student, and something in me just kind of like went off because I'm under so much stress. So I just ask you, like, be kind to your teachers, and if they're not showing that kindness back, they're trying to figure out how to be accountable for you and be tough, and maybe they're not responding in the way that you would like, but hopefully it will continue to be a two-way street. I'm like literally crying right now. Everybody has been really good, but it's just like, I think I just realized how stressful like a negative comment can really be. So if I understand, as there's assignments are probably not going to be like they were in the classroom. And instead of bringing complaints like, I don't want to do this, or bring a solution instead that's going to work for you. For example, if there's like a writing assignment, maybe you could email the teacher and say, hey, can I make a video instead, or I can record it, or can I get a week extension, but I promise to fulfill it by this date. Just bring a solution that the teacher can use, because I can't, as a teacher, I can't just be like, oh, you don't want to do this, then fine. No, I can't, we can't do that. But if you say, oh, you want to do this in this different way or with extra time, that is something that we can work with. Like, give us something that we can work with, and we will work for you. Like, I promise you, like, we are going to work so hard for you. We are already working so hard for you. Because, okay, so here's your schedule for the class. So my schedule, I'm not going to go through it. I'll just post it. Your schedule on Wednesday today, I'm going to post your attendance question. Just check in, and that attendance counts for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, A day or B day. As long as you check in on Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to be counted present. Now, we have to start reviewing for our AP exam, my AP students. So I'm going to put up an optional video and quiz just to test it out, because there's some of you who aren't working full jobs and you're like, oh my God, I'm at home bored. And I'm trying to like accommodate for those kids because I'm moving really slowly. But then there's some kids who are working full time and they're like, I'm overwhelmed, you know, and we're all in this situation. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance the needs of both groups. And how I'm going to do that is I'm still working on the pacing calendar. I will post it and ask for feedback. And AP exam, I'm going to get the final changes. I'm really disappointed that it's going to be FRQ only. However, I've heard that it's going to be open note, which probably won't help you, but at least it's open note. And it might just be 2 FRQs. So that's a lot easier than the 100 multiple choice and the 4 FRQs. But I just don't like FRQs. But some of y'all crush those FRQs, so hey. Environmental systems, hang time, I'm gonna write your pacing calendar and post it and ask for feedback. Next week, I'm gonna be doing 15-minute check-in calls. I'm probably gonna ask you guys to submit a video on Flipgrid to answer the questions, or if you'd rather talk face-to-face, you can schedule a phone call with me and I'll set up a work-only Google Voice number. So yeah, I'm learning as we go. And thank you for bearing with us. And I'm really proud. Honestly, I know it's crazy, but what we are doing is so much better than what some other school systems are doing. Some other school systems, like California, they shut down 3 weeks earlier than us. They do live Zoom sessions for every class from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We knew that that's not going to work for us or y'all. So we're like, okay, how can we like still get the similar education results, but in a flexible way that accommodates all students? And we're still trying to answer that. And we're going to be answering that for the next 2 months. Like, we are still going to be working through it. I hope you understand it's not a normal situation. But we care about you. And yeah, so thanks. Oh, last thing, counselors meeting today, 9:30 for only McFarland students, OS through Z. And I'll join Zoom, and I'm going to try to make a video on how to join Zoom.